All right, we're here for another episode of One Piece. All four of my friends. Wait, one, two. Where's Brendan?
I don't know. Last time I saw him, was at our PT party, and we have them, annually.
You have annual tea parties?
Well, you don't.
Not usually, no.
I don't think I've ever actually drank real tea before.
Oh, it's great.
Not that great.
Oh, well, all right. Two kinds of people, I guess.
There's a reason why it's in the harbor.
Wait, so if it's not that great, then why do you do this?
To dress up fancy.
Oh,
that's valid.
Right, well, that's valid. I respect that. So
you gotta sometimes you just gotta be on point.
What'd you wear this time?
I wore a very floral sundress.
Ooh.
Is your thing hanging in that sundress, my boy?
I did not want to wear underwear was the real reason.
Oh,
but,
I see.
So his thing is staying. Yeah.
Got that donk.
That donk.
Damn.
Because the weather's nice,
Why is it? I feel like it's not quite sundress with no underwear weather yet, but
it's sundress season from like 3 p.m. to about 5 p.m. Then the sun goes down and it starts becoming, what do we say? The cold 50 degrees, not the warm 50. It's a cold 50.
Yeah. All right. Well, I mean that's cool. So wait, so the last time you saw Brendan was at the tea party then?
Yeah.
Where did he go? Did he say what he was doing after that? Where did he go?
He didn't really say anything. 1 minute, like he brought the snacks out and me and snacks. So I just went to town, and next thing I knew, I look up and nothing's there. He just bounced.
Wait, nothing's there, or he was or he was just gone. Like, what do you mean nothing was there?
Like, I was just sitting there minding my own business,
right?
Snacking around, drinking tea,
yeah,
mostly snacking,
as one does.
And I go, we haven't said anything in a hot minute. And I look up and I go, oh, he just left.
Oh, without saying anything at all.
Not a word.
Now, Devin, let me peel you off one of these. Did you do shrooms before this activity?
What are you, a cop?
No, I'm just wondering if this ever happened at all.
What are you, a cop?
Did you hear his phone go off or something? Did he leave to take a call? What?
No, we never have phones at tea time. That defeats the purpose of tea time.
All right. I mean, I'm just making sure. This is the first time I'm hearing of it, so I just need to cover all my bases. So let me just so I have this straight.
Alice in Wonderland.
He brought out the snacks and the tea and sat down.
Well, we had the tea first.
Oh, okay. So
to be fair,
after he brought out the snacks,
first, and then he brought snacks.
Yeah,
with more tea,
and then you were eating, and then he was gone, and you have no idea what happened to him.
Yep.
Was there a rabbit who kept saying I'm late, or like a guy named the Mad Hatter? Were any of those people there?
I mean, yeah, but he was like that was like 2 hours beforehand. That was before we even had the tea.
Now, was there a cat that turned invisible?
No, I'm pretty sure he's allergic.
I see. Okay.
I could be wrong though.
All right. Well, maybe it's a little too late to call him in for the show now, so I guess
he's bound to show up.
I mean, he's bound to turn up at some point. We'll find out later. I'm sure he had a good reason for bouncing on you. I know if I know Brendan, he's not one to miss tea party without a good reason. So,
right.
I'm sure it's fine. I'm sure it's nothing. So with that being said, I guess we'll just jump right into the show here. Who's planning to read the summary?
You know what?
I can't read.
It's been a hot minute. I'm feeling feisty.
Ooh, he's feeling himself. All right, lay it on us.
Sorry, Mike. This week on One Piece, we turn back the clock 63 years and learn about how Charlotte Linlin became Big Mom. Turns out, she was always just a really big human who was unfortunately abandoned by her parents on the island of Elbaph. After much time has passed, Linlin is brought in by Mother Carmel, a nun who ran an orphanage for other abandoned kids from all races, called the House of Lambs. There are many hurdles and growing pains as she figures out how to interact with the other kids, but she feels right at home on Elbaph. Everything is suited to her size, she doesn't accidentally hurt anyone, and the giants treat her as one of their own. One of their traditions is feasting on a sweet treat called semla, before a prolonged fasting period, and Linlin quickly learns that semla is one of her favorite treats. Unfortunately, Linlin has always had a problem with self-control and overindulgence, and on day 7 of the fast/feast, Charlotte Linlin wreaks havoc on Elbaph in pursuit of semla. Linlin is so strong and hell-bent on satisfying her cravings that the co-captain of the giant pirates, Jorel, raises his sword against her. To everyone's surprise, the sword is shattered, and to much sadness, Linlin mortally wounds Jorel. Her rampage ceases when her craving is finally satisfied, but the giants cannot forgive her. Mother Carmel intervenes, promising to take all the children and leave if they spare Linlin's life. The giants oblige, as they care for Mother Carmel very much. So much so that they even offer to build a replica home of the orphanage on the new island. Life presses on, and Linlin and the others seems to acclimate well to their new home. On Linlin's 6th birthday, everyone gathers around to celebrate, offering her lots of semla and croquembouche. Linlin is elated and on cloud 9, but for whatever reason, everyone from the orphanage, along with Mother Carmel herself, simply vanishes. No one knows what truly happened except for one giant who randomly came to visit, and Strusen, the pirate turned pastry chef. This summary is running long, so we'll cover the rest of the details later on in the show. Back in the present, everything has gone to shit, and now we're left to wonder, how the hell do we make it out of this alive?
With arson and pure violence.
Unadulterated rage.
That feels like all the things that are currently trying to kill them. I'm going to be real with you.
Yeah. Fight fire with fire.
Well, yeah.
Fair enough. All right. So, before we get everyone's thoughts, I feel like I'm not going to like go full hog on this, but okay. So Devin was streaming his episodes yesterday, and I sat in because I didn't have time to watch it myself independently. So thank you, Devin.
I still think my dub is better.
I'll ask what that means in a second. So thank you, Devin. Also, join our Discord so you can also join Devin in on watching these whenever he has time to. Anyway, so I had not watched these episodes before. This is part of the Whole Cake Island story that I had very, 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 very little knowledge about. I knew like maybe the fact that Linlin was on Elbaph at some point, maybe. I don't even know if I knew that. I knew the giants were involved in some capacity.
You essentially had like the Spark Notes of Spark Notes.
Yeah, but like 3 degrees removed from that.
Yeah, like AI, like deep fried, like
exactly.
Memory. There be giants. There's a girl. Stuff happens. Bada bing, bada boom. Villain.
Exactly. So I walked into this largely blind. I knew of like 1 or 2 story beats that were upcoming, but that was it. And Christian, when I tell you these episodes fucking rocked my world, I was appalled. I was flabbergasted by the events of Charlotte Linlin's life. One, just the fact that she's just a really big kid blew my mind.
Wild.
What the fuck? Insane. And then she just so happens to be dropped off on Elbaph, the home of the giants. What a coincidence, Odo. Incredible. Then the whole her just like I understand why everyone's frustrated with Linlin, because I'm frustrated with her, because she is just a really big kid who just doesn't understand that she's different, or like, I don't know. She was let down as a kid in a lot of ways, mostly in like the developmental area. All right. I'm not a kid. I'm not a parent, but like this little girl needed to be taught self-control, maybe like proper eating habits or whatever, like so much to learn. Also how to like not accidentally kill people. It was insane that also that like when she does something wrong, she should like rectify it instead of just being told she's a good girl for being sorry or whatever. So besides that, we get to Charlotte Linlin's. I mean, there's a lot of crazy stuff that happened in between, but we get to Charlotte Linlin's 6th birthday party. And when Devin says to me, "Oh, she ate them," I was like, "No shot, no shot.
Wait,
there's no way."
So wait, when you were you watching them simultaneously, like basically at the same part, or was he a little ahead of you?
No. We were watching the same screen, same time.
So you really watched that and just went like, oh, they just disappeared.
I'm still in denial.
I tried to gaslight me into saying I'm wrong.
I was like, there's no way Oda wrote this. There's no way Oda wrote a story where Charlotte Linlin is so overindulgent and such on cloud 9 and is just stuffing her face so much that at some point she doesn't realize that semla is no longer semla. She's eating little Jerry in the 3rd row. Like.
I had to rewind it and go to like the we could watch the exact moment that like the Simpsons meme, like this is the moment where he loses faith in humanity. Click right there. Like that's when she starts eating people.
I
did that for Justin. I was like, that's a person.
I was wholeheartedly in denial And then I could no longer deny it when Charlotte Linlin magically has Mother Carmel's power, which is the soul fruit.
Yeah.
And then I was mad for a second reason, because that means Devin was right about the whole Blackbeard probably ate Whitebeard's heart.
Oh, 100%.
Also, I just listened to the episode that released today. Christian, you need to stop. You keep predicting the future of the show with allegedly no spoilers, allegedly no prior knowledge or future knowledge or this, that, and the other. And it's becoming increasingly hard to believe you, man.
Wait,
I have no idea what you did.
I don't remember what I did either. What did I do?
You basically predicted Big Mom, like large key components of Big Mom's backstory on a whim.
Oh, you mean like with Mother Carmel and all of that?
Yeah, basically. And who knows what else. I just remember being like appalled listening back to that episode. I was like, what? This man's insane.
I look, it just, once I knew that a nun was going to be involved, I just followed the formula of what this sort of story generally works out to.
Did you predict the child trafficking?
Okay, no. That was a fucking blindside and a half. Let me
also
fucking tell you.
Bro, Oda, we need to have a line, Oda, all right? You know, you already have regular human trafficking.
No. This is great. I mean, look, human trafficking, not great. But the twist in the show, being in the show, great. Love that for us.
So this kind of leads into what what the joke I made earlier about how my dub was more accurate.
Yeah.
So when I was watching the episodes, I was just looking at there's like a scene where again, they're just showing the picture frame, and I just made up my own dialogue for her as we're watching the episode, because sometimes they're just saying the same nonsense over and over again, so I add my own lines in, and I put a line in of I just need to get my Newports so I can believe my giant baby. She has her face for the voice that they gave her. I get what they were trying to do. They're trying to make her look, oh, sweet innocent nun. But I'm sorry, if I see a nun smoking a cigarette regularly, nah. They got the raspiest fucking voice on the planet.
Yeah.
I've seen enough old ladies buying cigarettes. I know what they sound like. And so when I saw that, I was like, yeah, she's evil.
No shot, bro.
In my head, I was like, yeah, she's. First off, we already know the past or the present events, which is that Linlin's fucking evil. At some point, Mother Teresa went dark side.
No, there's no one could have predicted this, man. Like it starts off with this sister, whatever you want to call her, this nun shows up and she's like, hey, Linlin, come join us in the orphanage. Your parents will come back soon. Plot twist, they won't, obviously. And she's like, oh, my goal is to, have an island or this or that, whatever. But basically, Whole Cake Island and what Big Mom says is the theme and the goal of Whole Cake Island came from Mother Carmel. She's like, hey, yeah, we're going to make a perfect society where all races can be together, except the only way it comes together, I don't know if this is from Mother Carmel or just how Big Mom came to understand it, but it was basically through not quite fascism. It was all hive mind. It was like, hey, if we all just believe the same thing and look at things in the same way, basically have no differences in ideology and thinking, only in appearance, we'll have a perfect world. And I was like, yikes, okay.
Yeah, it's called a commune.
At some point.
It was literally a commune.
What a set of episodes to watch on a Wednesday night, bro. This show's incredible. Also, I've been doing too much talking. Someone else say your pieces.
My One Pieces?
Yeah. Also, that reminds me, did you ever get in contact with Devin about the last One Piece nominee?
No, I would never talk to him off air about that. I want to talk about it with him on the show.
Well, shit, here we are.
Yeah.
All right,
so
give it to me raw.
All right, I'm gonna give it to you raw. Ready for this?
Mm-hmm.
Milk.
What about milk?
The milk that magically grows back bones and teeth and other things.
What the fuck was that?
I propose that milk should be in the One Piece pile for that reason alone.
Yeah, when I saw that, I was like, what the fuck? I was like, this this explains so much.
Yeah.
So many times do we see characters with busted out fucking teeth and shit. The next episode, bam, they're back to normal. Like, they didn't explain it, but you know what? There's a reason. There's a cause and effect.
There always is. If we know Oda, there's always a reason for everything. And in this case, it's milk. I fucking loved it when I saw them just go into the fridge,
actively growing in.
Yeah, it was
that
awesome.
Was so fucking eerie.
It was awesome.
Like, it was awesome, and hilarious, but at the same time, really like body horror. Like, oh, could you imagine? How does that feel?
I don't know. I imagine it feels strange. I agree. But yeah, so that was my proposal is milk because of its clearly inherent magical properties in this world.
Incredible.
So
throw it in the pile.
That being said, since we're talking about stuff that's happened prior, Devin, how many episodes has it been? Well, how many episodes did you have to catch up on in order to be here tonight?
Too many.
Yeah. Well,
Too many.
What's the number?
I believe it was before yesterday. So the week before, I was supposed to also stream an ass load of episodes. I want to say it was like 15 episodes.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah. But then, my internet decided to go fucky wucky and get chewed on by a squirrel and 8 other problems later. I'm back now. Hooray. But yeah, it was like, I want to say 8:20 to 8:34 is what I watched. With my cousin, I just binged it because I was like, okay, I just need to get these out of the fucking way. I need someone else to take the reins and force me to fucking sit in the chair and watch, like Robot Chicken with like the, the intro when they have the chicken pry its eyes open. That was me.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I just, for some reason, like I said the last time, I grinded a bunch of episodes. I don't know what it is about this arc, but it's just painful for me to my ADHD goblin brain just wants to go, ooh, there's other apps on my computer that I could be doing right now, like Monster Hunter right now. I could be grinding in that. Or, ooh, what's this photo? Oh no, I shouldn't mention that on the recording. Now that I look at it, like, I just have like the desire to do everything else I have laundry, I better go do that.
Whoa, he'd rather do laundry than One Piece.
Yes.
That's
Damn,
Whole Cake Island is painful for me. I don't know why. Because like right now we're starting to ramp up and everything, and I'm starting to like it, but God, is it fucking miserable. I don't know what it is about it. Like, don't get me wrong, like, there's a lot of lovable characters, like Smoothie, like, oh, would you like the, a freshly squeezed giraffe? What about the, monarch of all your sins? Like, like those bits. Love them. There's lots of lovely bits. Brooke being amazing, like being the puppet man. Like,
what a plot twist we all should have seen coming, but I didn't.
I didn't see it coming, but just seeing this random puppet looking guy like walk up and
I
smash
assumed
the
it was
picture.
someone on Big Mom's crew who was like clearly going to do a thing, and then I was wrong, kind of.
Yeah. You could tell it was Brooke
After the fact, maybe. I don't know. I
fingers
the
the
dude
whole
looked
time.
like the guy looked like Pinocchio to me. I was like, that's Pinocchio.
So you look around elsewhere to see the other details. You would see that it was just Brooke's hands.
I wasn't that invested in that.
Now, seeing Brooke without his body just decapitated talking, that was fucking weird.
More body horror for you.
Right? Where it's like, I didn't know you could do that. Me neither. But I don't know. Of the previous episodes, the things that caught me off guard was Pudding being wooed last minute instead of being shot, and that apparently causing everything to be shot to shit, figuratively and literally. Because I feel like we're at the point in the show where it was like the longest execution to ever fucking last. Like, that's the way it felt. Like,
makes you wonder how long Gold Roger's execution went.
Right. Like, there's these people like, we can't pull the triggers even though that's the plan because a specific person didn't shoot someone. And it's like, shit's already hitting the fan. Just pull the trigger, kill him.
Yeah, I felt that way about Veggie and crew not shooting Big Mom in that instance.
Yeah, that I mean, I understand why they didn't, but at the same time, I don't know.
Wait. What do you understand? What is there to understand?
They're waiting for her to scream.
No, I get that, but I'm saying once she starts screaming, they run up and they go,
yeah,
all right, guys, let's do this. And then they stand there and they look cool for an extra couple of seconds and then they fire.
It's not as egregious as Sanji's family being like, oh, we're going to shoot you. Oh, we're even pulling the hammer back.
I mean, yeah, that is true.
Like, it wasn't like theirs was just the pose, bang. It wasn't like a whole ass episode of them just standing there about to almost shoot.
Sparrow went on for a long time about savoring the moment, and it just kept going. Wasn't insane, but whatever, dude.
It was obnoxious.
Yeah, it was.
That's what it was. It was obnoxious. Also, the fact that Sanji's family's powers are in Coke cans, that's weird.
Well, the suits are. The suits are ultra compressed into those Coke cans. They're gonna open them up and they're gonna pop out like one of those joke cans that it shoots out. Yeah, exactly. It shoots out streamers and stuff, or like a slinky.
Also, some of them were wearing headphones. You would think that would help with like the fact that their ears bleeding.
I think it. Well, yeah,
because like they actively show like they go to one of the brothers, lift his headphones up, shove earplugs in his ears.
Yeah, they're not noise canceling. They haven't invented that yet.
Oh, they're not noise canceling.
Yeah, they don't have that tech yet.
Okay, so this is the thing in these episodes that drove me the nuts the most.
Go on,
Veggie. Oh my god, I can't believe you're betraying us. His whole backstory is just him betraying people.
Well,
he is known
know about it.
for going into criminal enterprises, being best friends with them, and last minute shaboinking them with a gun. Like, that is his whole shtick. He is known for this. Why are they surprised?
Well, they didn't.
This is so dumb.
Benji's backstory wasn't told to them by Jinbei, so they just didn't know.
So it's different.
Yeah, they weren't aware of that part.
It's so dumb.
They just knew he was gangster guy.
Also, I'm kind of mad about the Jinbei stuff.
What do you mean?
In the sense of where it's not necessarily that it's bad. It's that it was like, let me phrase it like this.
Choose your words carefully.
Yeah, so they built it up to be like, oh, what if he did spin the wheel? But then like they kind of like brushed it under the rug, like, oh, I just said, nah, I'm not gonna quit then, but I'm gonna quit. And it's like that you built this up for nothing, a nothing point for nothing.
I mean, he gamed the system. That was the thing. He went, oh, I'm in danger if I spin this wheel. Because it seems like he didn't know about it. Or if he did, he didn't realize how bad it was going to be. So when he got there, he just went, oh, okay, never mind. I'm just gonna not do this and bounce on my own.
Like that's the part that upset me. It's just the buildup of like, oh, what were the results? Did he spin the wheel? What happened? That drove me nuts. And the payoff for that was not that great. However, the thing you probably thought I was upset about was just Jinbei, saying like, go fuck yourself, to Big Mom, and like Big Mom just, like choosing, what was it, life or stay or leave or something like that.
Yeah, and then he's not afraid of her, so her power doesn't work.
Yeah, that was awesome.
And it's badass as fuck.
Yeah, that was badass as fuck. I will not take that away from you. It was the other part that drove me nuts.
Okay. I mean, I get what you're saying. I don't have the same reservations about it, but I understand.
Yeah.
Jinbei's so cool, dude.
Yeah.
I'm trying to be like Jinbei when I grow up, except I'm not gonna skip leg day.
I identify as he, them, because I can never be the him.
Yeah. What else? So, what about some of the characters that you meet in the last 15 episodes, Devin? How do you feel about some of the higher level, the older of Big Mom's kids? Oven, Katakuri, the one that rubs his stomach for the genie.
So again, I was watching these with my cousin, and every single time I would guess the devil fruits correctly. He's like, damn, you're like 3 for 3. I was like, there's no way he has the flame fruit. And I was like, he has to be like, what, fucking oven or something? He goes, damn, you were right on the money.
I
with
mean,
that
yeah,
one. I was
that
like,
guy's name is literally Oven, so
right. I was like, this is so dumb. But I don't hate it. However, the genie one drives me nuts because of an inside joke with my cousin. So for some fucking reason, whenever we stay up super late playing video games and it becomes 4 a.m. because we're, night goblins.
yeah.
He has a line that he's been saying ever since he was like 14, which is, it's 4 a.m. It's time to rub my nipples.
What?
Again, 4 a.m. delusion talk.
Yeah, clearly.
So I was like, careful, cousin, watch out. He's gonna rub his nipples and a genie's gonna come out. Because the angle of the animation looked like he was rubbing his chest.
He's like definitely rubbing at best right above his belly button. I don't know what you're...
But the first time, like, there's like one specific angle where it looks like because again, like, it's perspective changed, like the angle and everything.
Mhm.
It just looks like he's rubbing his nipples. I was like, cousin, look, it's you.
So dumb.
And so that made me think. I was like, okay, he has, obviously it's the genie, but is he the lamp fruit? And how funny would it be if his counter was moths?
It's kind of funny considering I once hypothesized that Reiju's devil fruit would be some kind of moth as well. Or butterfly. One of those. I think, did I say? I don't even remember anymore. One of those is right. I think it was butterfly because I motioned that some of them are poisonous. There's probably poisonous moths out there too that I don't know about, but
yeah.
What about have you been here for Smoothie? I don't remember.
I love Smoothie.
Were you here for Justin's
the hat?
Yeah, okay, yeah.
I wasn't here for the hat, but I was there for the episode. That was the last recording I was on. You asked me about Smoothie. I said she had like you. And Justin was like, "What do you mean the hat wasn't?" And then I got yelled at on the internet by everyone in the Discord for not knowing a hat type. I still don't remember what it's called. I think it was a beret.
What did you call it?
I don't know.
It's okay. I don't even remember this.
Some weird hat thing that you see in a Hallmark movie, winter aesthetic for women.
Right.
That's how I described it.
Okay, last one. What about
Smoothie?
Katakuri?
Katakuri.
Red hair, tattoo on his left arm, flicks jelly beans.
Oh, I like him.
Mm-hmm.
I was told by my cousin that I'm either going to really hate him or I'm going to really like him. And so far, like, it's weird, the mochi ability, because I keep forgetting that he has that devil fruit. Because I was like, he's getting shot by Veggie like a billion times, and, he's just letting it bounce, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Uh-huh.
But, like, the whole, like, aspect of them, like, really reinforcing the hockey elements, like the other ones finally, like, oh, love that. Like, he's so good, he could see 5 seconds in the future. God damn.
Yeah.
Like, I like that.
Yeah,
I like that aspect of bringing those elements back.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Because, like, devil fruit are, like, cool and all, but they're, like, most of the time, they're just built stupid.
True.
Like, the characters are.
Mm-hmm.
Like the train guy. Like, what the fuck is that?
No, but actually, though.
But hockey, though. Everything about hockey. Love that.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got that aura gaze, and I love it.
Mm-hmm. I am curious to know what's going to be up with his mouth, because he's got...
It's going to look fucking stupid.
No, surely it looks just as cool as the rest of him.
I hope so.
He's got those sweet scars and that scarf that covers it.
But it's one piece. It's going to be something really fucking stupid. He's going to have a really, like, generic backstory where we're going to flash back and learn about how Big Mom beat the shit out of him when he was a kid and ate, like, his brother or something. I don't know.
What if he just has a metal jaw like Axehand Morgan?
Oh, I'd be so disappointed. I don't want to be reminded of Axehand Morgan, dude.
It's going to be like fucking like a jawbreaker or something. Like, it's going to be made of candy.
Oh, I was like, what do you mean?
Wait. Hold on. What? I think I'm just about to ooze up the shit out of Devin. What if something tragic happened to Katakuri where he just lost his jaw, and in order to be functional and replace it, Sparrow had to make him a jaw out of candy fruit.
So like I was saying, his mom does something awful to him, and like a brother or something like that eats him, and voila, there's his sad backstory that explains why he is the way he is.
Yeah. Yeah, and his brother his brother's name was
Twin.
Jelly Bean.
Hell, fuck it, twin.
Yeah.
His brother was Jelly Bean.
His brother's name was Jelly Bean,
food.
and so now that's why he flicks jelly beans at people as his weapon of choice, so that he never forgets the brother that almost killed him.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine you're flicking the bean and you're just thinking of your brother.
Yeah.
Justin, the euphemism in that sentence alone.
You just couldn't
Did
help
you
yourself,
just
huh?
say, imagine flicking the bean as you think of your brother. Excuse you?
That's what happens when you miss a couple episodes.
I don't think he's worried about you using the phrase "flick the bean." It's the extra context that you gave that is kind of spiraling this statement out of control.
Exactly. Oh God. However, there's probably people on the internet that are making fan fiction about that. Like, he
Of
flicked
course.
my bean and killed the neighbor.
Absolutely.
I mean, I'd do it if I could.
You kill the neighbor with your bean?
No, with someone else's bean.
With someone else's bean?
Yeah, with your
Yeah.
bean, I commit abracadabra spelliamus.
Yeah. The same way Mother Carmel went out to this episode, right? Just
Exactly.
disappeared. And Brendan got beans too.
Exactly.
Maybe that's why Brendan didn't, disappeared.
Yeah, it was weird. In his seat was just this red jelly belly, and I don't know how it got there.
Tasted funny too.
Oh,
I think
you
it was
got
one of
bean
the Harry Potter
boozled.
ones.
Bean boozled.
All right. Well, with Devin's recap out of the way, I guess we talk a little bit about what happened this week instead. I mean, we already got to some of the finer plot points as covered earlier, so we might as well sort of recap a little bit here. A lot of this is obvious.
Baby Hyrudin.
Oh, dude.
Baby Hyrudin.
Yeah.
I love it.
Bro, the Giants
Yeah.
are sick.
Seeing some of the Giants that we knew before in their younger forms was pretty cool. Even seeing outlines of young Dorian Bragi was hype.
Mm-hmm.
And then to see young Oimo and Kashi, and then Hyrudin as a child. Awesome.
I was digging around the wiki for something, and at some point someone made the not the speculation, but they pointed something out, and it made me wonder. So they pointed out that it seems that not a lot of giants, but when we get introduced to like named giants, they tend to be linked up in pairs. So the first giants we meet are Dorian Bragi, then it was Oimo and Kashi, and then we got Jarul and Jorul. And I know Harudin's an exception here, but it makes me wonder if there's like
there was that girl. There was that girl giant, the blonde one, that was being.
You're right.
terrorized.
I don't remember her name. She was in Dressrosa, right? She was in the
I think
Coliseum.
she was what? No,
Wait, no.
I was talking about the one that was in the backstory.
No, yeah, the young one in the backstory. But even she was paired up. There was a boy giant with her too.
Wasn't that Hyrudin?
No,
I might be blanking on the other.
the other kid didn't have a name. He was just wandering around with the blonde one.
The
The
point is,
blonde
I
girl
wonder-
gets a name, but
I wonder if Oda is, I don't know, dropping breadcrumbs to something that's going to be some, I don't know. Is there a
Giants can
meaning
only
there,
be
or we're
born in
just
twins.
reading into nothing? I guess that's my question
I
for
wouldn't
me
be
and this person.
I wouldn't be surprised if this was something referencing Nordic mythology or behavior in
Mhm.
terms of having for lack of a better term, a battle buddy, you know, where you just have someone who is your warrior partner for life sort of deal.
Mm-hmm.
That I would totally believe that was the case.
Interesting.
Brother in arms type shit,
Yeah.
forged in fire
Mm-hmm.
and on the
Hopefully
battlefield.
you'll find out something if there's anything there at all.
Well, when one day we surely return to Elbaph,
And
maybe we'll
Usopp
find
gets
out.
Mjolnir.
Yeah, Usopp gets Mjolnir and becomes battle buddies with
Watch
one
him
of
get
the.
Sleipnir. He gets an eye patch that enhances his zoom. He just
Wait,
becomes
isn't
Odin.
Sleipnir is the horse?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought you were
Isn't
claiming
it
that it
also
was
the
the
spear?
That's
No,
Gungnir.
that's Gungnir.
Oh, okay. But yeah, the horse. He gets the horse with 6 legs.
Yeah, 8
He
legs,
becomes Odin.
8-legged horse. But yeah, he
I
just
knew it was more
becomes
than
Odin.
4.
Yeah. Yes. You were close. You made it halfway there.
Fenrir bites off Usopp's hand, and then he replaces it with the.
Well, hold on. No.
God.
You got the wrong
That's
guy
the wrong
now.
guy.
That's Tyr. You're mixing all of the Norse
He's gonna
gods.
lose his eye for wisdom.
Yeah.
Okay, wait, no. Wait, hold on. How does this work? I was thinking okay, you bite off Usopp's hand and then you replace it with Mjolnir, like he has a hammer fist. But then I'm like, well, how does he use the slingshot?
And I'm like, this is more probable with
what are
Frankie.
you talking about?
Yeah. Like Frankie loses a hand and he gets Mjolnir as his like chain hand, which is why he's able to retrieve it. Like that would make sense, but Usopp?
Listen, I'm just trying to fit all the Nordic themes and characters into one single
person. Yeah.
Into a single man.
Well, the problem is we already have a Loki.
Well, we literally have a Loki, but Usopp's a bit of a trickster himself, so he
takes the new Loki
take the mantle of Loki, you know. But
oh no, he's gonna fuck a horse.
Well, I mean that's how Sleipnir happens in the first place.
Oh no, he's gonna fuck a horse and he's gonna give birth to it.
Loki, yeah. Nordic mythology just as fucked up as a lot of others, in case you didn't know. But yeah, it is.
Gotta love myths.
I don't remember how we got here, but I'm just gonna roll back to Big Mom gets abandoned. Turns out my hypothesis is wrong. Unfortunately, she's all human, allegedly, and not.
I don't know.
In fact,
her
half
parents
giant.
didn't look the same. I think the mailman did it.
It must have been the giant mailman. It's true. I was disappointed. I don't know how it makes sense that she's just a regular human and she's that fucking big at 5 years old, but sure, why not? And so she gets her parents not wanting to deal with this shit anymore, leave her on Elbaph, and she eventually comes into the good graces of Mother Carmel, who at the time we find her to be quite a angelic human being, after we see first that she saved these giants, and then we later learn it felt like watching one of those feel good, what do you call, growing up movies, where at the very end you get the update on what everyone else did with their lives. You know what I'm talking about? Where you have these coming of age movies like Sandlot or something, and at the end it goes, and Jimmy went on to become a policeman just like he always wanted, but and married the love of his life and had 3 kids, that sort of thing. Like they do that with these with one of the giants or a few of the giants. He's like, he became the first giant allowed to work with the Navy, and I don't know. That it's supposed to be sort of serious moment, I guess, or monumental moment, but that was what I thought of in that, and it completely took me out of it. I was so enthralled with my own headcanon of that I just totally ignored what was actually happening on my screen. But it's fine.
Kind of crazy that Mother Carmel is just able to stop an execution. Like, I understand there was, like, acts of God happening in the background with lightning and this, that, and the other.
And the fact that, she had ties to everything. It was all a facade.
Hold on. It's not like speculation
here. She literally
here.
says it was a facade.
Nah.
She had strings that she pulled higher up to stop the execution, and she made a whole big show out of it to make the giants trust her. That was literally the whole
That sounds like speculation. What we can't confirm
is that speculation. It was out of her own goddamn mouth.
I don't recall. All I recall is that she said
on herself. Yeah, well, you also think she didn't get eaten, so.
I said I thought she didn't get eaten.
My brother in Christ.
She's got a point. You're kind of in denial.
Always has been.
You're in denial about a lot of things regarding Mother Carmel.
I was so hurt by the betrayal of Mother Carmel, bro.
You're drinking that unreliable narrator juice too much.
I was so hurt. The second she walking on a Navy ship, maybe it could have been anything that happened. The second she said, "I've been trafficking kids for decades," I was like, "What do you mean?"
50 years she's been doing it. 50 years she'd been trafficking human children. Well, I shouldn't say I can't even say human children in general.
All because apparently kids make the perfect spies, bro. Like what?
Yeah,
well, she took the memo out of Varys's cookbook with the little birds.
It's true, little birdies. Nobody suspects them.
See a kid, ignore him.
Yeah, that was definitely not on my bingo card. Devin's talking about I see none smoke, evil. I see none smoke, and I see pre-1950s regulations, of cigarette smoking.
Also,
like, that's
given
just,
what she has to deal with, at least after Linlin shows up, she can have one vice, all right? God can forgive her later.
I wasn't shaming her for the smoking. I just know what she really sounds
she was
like.
a smoker in the pre-flashback too. When she stops that execution, she was smoking then too. She's been doing it. She's a pack-a-dayer since the day she came out the womb, bro. We
have seen evidence of children who smoke right from birth via Veggie's kid.
Yeah, it's true.
Wait, does he have a cigar?
Well, the binky is shaped like a cigar. Yeah,
but it also smokes.
I don't think that's true.
I'm pretty sure it smokes.
I don't think that's true.
Surely Oda isn't letting babies smoke. Surely Oda wouldn't do that.
He's letting babies commit cannibalism, so I don't know that smoking is that far.
She was 6, and at that size, a solid 13, okay?
Shut the fuck up.
What the fuck? So my question is, how many people has she eaten?
Oh, I think
since
those.
then?
I don't know.
Hold on.
Because again, this whole backstory thing it's an unreliable narrator is the way I'm the lens I'm seeing it from. Because
how many she ate on purpose or by accident?
Both.
Okay, on purpose, probably tons, and she's okay with it. Now you ask the question: why did her parents abandon her? They mom was
probably
sad
because she ate them.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm thinking.
Well,
not her parents, but
her parents
babysitters and shit.
No, I'm gonna say at this point she has eaten no people on purpose. We have never seen her eat anything outside of sweets.
She's definitely eating a person on purpose.
No, I don't think so.
That I'd post eating mom, maybe.
I think at no point in her life has she ever eaten anybody on purpose. She would think that's gross.
Nah, bro.
She only likes sweets.
I think the big mom of today, she would eat a person whole and not give a shit.
She only wants sweets, dude. She doesn't eat anything else.
I hear you, but I in my heart of hearts, I believe Charlotte Linlin, aka Big Mom, definitely ate a person.
Now, in the middle of a hunger pang or something, yeah, I would totally believe that she's consumed people, but out of sheer her own will, I don't think so. I think she thinks it's gross.
I'm on board with Christian. I think about it. Yeah, it doesn't make sense for her to just out of her way just nom a person, but unless it was where are my semblas or whatever they're called.
Sembla, yeah, you got it.
Yep.
I feel like she would do it in a fit of rage or
blinded by her hockey hunger.
No, not like hunger pang rage, but just like honestly, there's a universe where Jinbei asks for his release from the crew and she just eats him. Or that's an option on the wheel.
Nah, because she wants him too much.
She'd much rather do the soul thing.
I feel like she's eating a person at least once. At least once, bro.
Agree to disagree on that one. It's where I'm going to end that.
Oda, I need you to make something happen for me.
I know. Right there. Write that down. SBS question.
I need one W, and this needs to be it.
So as it turns out, we get the first hunger pang after, and you already know that when you hear there's a 14-day fast on Elbaph, there should be exactly 0 people who watched and heard that and went, yeah, this will be fine. And doesn't predict that Linlin is going to have some sort of problem here, and this is going to be her first hunger pang. And then it happens. It's so
telegraphed.
It's so telegraphed.
It was so telegraphed.
But I will say, I didn't expect her to make an entire week. I thought day 3 at best. She was going to
give her a day.
I gave her to day 3. In all honesty, I was like, day 3. She's going crazy, and she made it all the way to day 7. To her credit, it was probably only because of Mother Carmel's influence, though. I will say she had the Mother Carmel buff for hunger resistance,
for sure.
Right.
And so we get this whole scene of her finally losing it. She has her first hunger pang. She really wants the sembla, and she absolutely decimates this fucking village, dude.
Bro, how do you start a fire?
So this is the thing that annoys me. They don't explain why she's so strong.
No.
That drives me nuts.
She's just built that way, bro. She's built different.
This doesn't make any sense.
No,
What is an explanation that would have satisfied you? She's just a big kid human. No, that's it.
There are giants.
Yeah, that's a race.
That are bigger than her.
Yes.
She can smack them and hurt them with no explanation. As a regular human that happens to be really fucking big. Like, they don't explain it, and that's what drives me nuts. Like, it's just like, Big Mom's been strong since she was little. Why? Don't worry about that. She eats people. Like, that doesn't answer anything.
What could Oda have possibly come up with that you wouldn't just call it stupid and dumb? Because I don't think it is
like, instead of like her being able to punch a giant and like kill him in one blow, like just like her going fucking feral like she did. That makes sense. Like her going feral and being uncontrollable, sure. But just innately being able to beat up an adult giant that seems wild. Like that doesn't make any goddamn sense.
I'll tell you what he could have said that would have made me okay with it. Her being half giant, like I said.
Hold on. You're coming up to the table with ulterior motives at hand. Hold on.
No.
If we could retcon whatever bullshit you were saying earlier that didn't make any sense, we could definitely make shit make sense with a retcon. If we're gonna retcon anything, at least make it make sense.
Yeah, I don't know. Make her have some other species of people that we know has innate strength. Don't just make her full human and say she just came out. She just diffed, dude. I don't know.
I don't want that pay to win skin. I want to fucking earn it.
And speaking of skin too, this goes along with it too, because we don't get an explanation as to why it goes along with her strength too, but her skin is just also impenetrable and she only gets
she's like literally just built different.
She's only vulnerable when she is upset or is experiencing some heightened emotional state, and that's it.
And even then it's proven or shown that it just nope.
Well, that was just the sound waves coming out of her mouth disrupting the particles in the atmosphere, blowing up the rockets or whatever. I will say the thing with her skin though, she is unnaturally strong. I will say the thing with her skin feels less like she's just built diff and more like we're just not being shown that she's using armament hockey all the time, because it seems to be a conscious thing. She loses the hard, tough skin when she's in these heightened emotional states. And so it seems as though we're just not being told that she's actively doing this.
Is she just innately out of control with all her hockey, which is why she's able to punch really fucking hard, which is why she's allowed to not be nommed? Like, this doesn't make any goddamn sense. At least say it.
I don't know. My best guess is that
because they're not saying anything about it. They're just saying it is what it is.
Well, here's the thing. Armament hockey to this point has not shown that it ups your strength specifically. It's shown that you can harden that part of your body, which is why the skin thing makes sense. But her strength is when I lose that theory, because
Luffy technically does it when he punches people. That's the reason why.
Yeah, but he does it to make his fist harder again. It's not increasing his strength. It just increases the toughness.
See, that's the thing that's driving me nuts. It's like, is her hand just hitting really fucking hard, or is it that like what is this? Like, well, it doesn't make
that's why I'm not even
explanation.
I'm not even gonna bother trying to speculate, because Oda probably doesn't have an explanation for it. He's just
it is what it is.
It just is. She came out super fucking strong. She's a 1 in a million talent, or whatever you want to call it. And that's just it. That part Oda's just telling you to swallow the pill and accept it. I welcome him to try and explain it at some point, but it seems like we're gonna be back in the present day again. So which isn't to say we can't go back and learn more about how she's developed her power set, but as of this moment, it's just kind of she's built diff, and that's your explanation. Whatever.
Stupid. I hate it.
I don't know. It's a little annoying, but what are you gonna do? The rest of her backstory is interesting, and I enjoyed seeing it. I really enjoyed that it was only 3 episodes. That was great.
Watching her make the fucking flowers out of her chomped down childhood friends oh, that was, it was so eerie. And then just to see them like, we're in pain. And she's like, you're bullying my flowers. That's no good. And it's like, no, they're in pain by being flowers because you're fucking 5 years old and don't know how to use your devil fruit.
Well, I think it's probably because they were getting shot up by the Navy, but.
Well, yeah, that too. Don't get me wrong. But at the same time, it's just like, Jesus Christ, this is way worse.
Yeah. When she turned around, when the table scene happens and all of our friends and Mother Carmel are gone, I already knew that she had eaten them all. But then when they have this moment for the doubters like Justin, where she turns around and goes, Mother Carmel used to do this magic trick. She would go like this, and then she would imagine real hard, and then the soul stuff starts coming out. And I'm like, yeah.
Takes long drag of cigarette.
Yeah.
I didn't want to say I was right.
I didn't want to be right, but I knew I was.
There I was, looking at Justin in the face saying, you tried to make me a liar.
But really, the importance of this scene isn't even, for me, and probably for you too, Devin, isn't necessarily that literally finding out for certain that she ate somebody, but the idea now that if you eat probably most likely the heart of a devil fruit user, you then gain their power. That is, in my opinion, the more important lore aspect for this entire show.
As soon as I realized that this happened, I was like, oh my God, this is canon.
It's real.
God.
It's real.
Yo.
I'm so upset that that you ate Brendan and he's not on this episode. And no, I'm sorry. I meant to say that I can't believe Brendan ditched you at the tea party and then didn't show up to the episode, because I wanted to talk to him about this so badly.
Agreed. And
all of the things that they said at the time to dissuade the idea of him having eaten the heart. I distinctly remember the one other theory was that Blackbeard just has 3 hearts because of some other devil fruit that he has that we don't know about.
Nah, he just ate that heart.
He just fucking ate that heart. And apparently it overrides the idea that you can't have multiple devil fruits. So you can't consume multiple devil fruits, but you can consume multiple devil fruit user hearts and get in order to have multiple devil fruits.
You know what I'm thinking about right now?
Go on.
That Big Mom has at no point do I believe that Big Mom ever asked herself, hey, I wonder how I got this soul fruit power. Like Mother Carmel used to do this, but that was just magic. This is different. Like what? Like the 2 dots are never connected in her mind.
I don't think she really puts a lot of dots together. I think she just goes based off of impulse for everything.
Yeah, she's still 6 in a lot of ways.
Yeah, 100%.
Her mental processes have not really evolved past that of a child in basically most ways.
This makes you want to ask.
That syndrome where it's like you're stuck at like that age. It's like a syndrome. It's like a psychological thing. I'm not a doctor. I don't know.
I believe it exists. I couldn't tell you the name of it, but I believe it.
Yeah, I think she's suffering from that.
It does make me want to ask you guys, do you find Big Mom's backstory to be tragic in any way? Like for Linlin, the character herself, not just overall.
Absolutely. But no, it's the way I kind of perceive it. It's like that meme where it's like the guy shoving the stick in his own bicycle and then getting mad.
Yeah.
But he doesesn't know he did that.
I was going to say, it's almost right. It only works if in the last panel he goes, how did this happen?
Exactly. How did this happen?
If he genuinely does not remember that he did that to himself, then it is the same. But
her situation reminds me of I'm sure you've all encountered this at some point in life. Do you ever just meet a really poorly behaved kid?
All the time.
Some day. Of the worst shit where you're these kids are like animals.
Yeah, I do.
And you look at the parent.
Justin, hold on, Justin. I work at a gas station. Yes.
100,000% yes.
Goddamn day.
And so you look at the parent, and the parent just no. if you were a tired parent,
they're a good girl. They're a good girl.
Yeah, it'd be different if you were like a single hardworking parent who's just too tired to raise your kid. That's bad, but different. This is just a parent who like just can't recognize any fault in their kids. And then your kid grows up just like not knowing rules, not knowing how to like be properly function among society. That's what happened to Big Mom here. And I feel a little bad.
I like to refer to her as Lil Mom in the flashback.
Lil Mom.
She's Lil Mom.
I look at that and I'm like, damn, so many people let you down. Like all you needed was like a proper parental
guidance.
figure. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's not even so many people. Obviously, her parents abandoned her, but Mother Carmel is then became responsible for all of the parenting, basically. And every single time, she just forgave and forgot things that Linlin and probably the other kids did. The thing is, the other kids were fine. Linlin was the troublemaker, literally trying to take the bend out of the long arm kid.
Oh, dude.
And rip the webbing.
The fins.
Yeah, rip the webbing out from the fingers of the fishman kid. At
one point, there definitely was a kid with four arms. He ain't there no more.
Well, he is. He just has 2 arms now.
He ain't on screen.
No.
Yeah. Well, that one probably got trafficked, to be fair, but I can't tell you how quickly Mother Carmel went from a sympathetic character to a what are you doing character in my head. I just was so beyond understanding what she was doing. Her motivations made next to no sense to me. And then Linlin destroyed the village on Elbaph. And she still defended the kid and was like, she's a good girl. She's a good girl. And I was flabbergasted. I just didn't understand what was going on.
It made me mad.
I also was getting annoyed. I just couldn't believe that this was the stand. There has to be a limit on what you're going to tolerate here. Even before she destroys the village, just all the shit she gets up to.
Well, Christian, there is a limit. She gets eaten.
Well, yeah, no shit. Yeah, no shit.
Except there was no limit because according to Devin's quote unquote theory, when
canon,
when she presumably eats Mother Carmel, we hear, you know, in Linlin's, I guess, mind or in her fantasy, whatever the moment.
Delusion.
Yeah, thank you. In her delusion, these kids are talking, and so is Mother Carmel. Mother Carmel's last words are, "You're like, you know, calling Linlin a good girl again." And Devin assumes that, like, oh no, those are real words. That wasn't all delusion. Those are literally Mother Carmel's last words. And I'm like, bro, that's insane.
That was her just saying, please don't eat me. You're such a good girl. Nom, nom, nom.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure somewhere.
Attack on Titan first episode.
Yeah, somewhere in the subconscious, she's actually remembering Carmel's last words as she's being eaten. But also, since we know the real Carmel, in reality, Mother Carmel was probably screaming something like, put me down, you
See, I don't know. I think it's a mixture of both, like, you know, anger, but also the she's trying to convince her, like, oh, be a good girl. Please don't eat, Mom. Please don't eat me.
I think there's no way Mother Carmel was calm.
You're eating me. Oh no, please no. That's the part that gets like faded to black.
Yeah, I don't think there's any shot that Mother Carmel remained composed as she was in the process of being grabbed. I'm not saying
it was composed, but it was the bargaining aspect, you know, the denials.
Yeah. That part I can agree with.
The stages of grief.
Yes.
You know? She was in the bargaining phase, like, no, Linlin, you're a good girl, please.
Yeah.
Nom.
But then obviously,
those were definitely her last words.
Once she's outed as child trafficker for the last 50 years, all of her motivations make sense again. It sucks.
They do,
because she's a shitty
but then
person.
I'm also like, you put up with so much just for this one kid, for this one bit of profit. Insane.
Yeah, it was going to be the payday of a lifetime, dude. She was going to retire off of that. I think it perfectly sums up all of the previous 2 episodes, basically, of dealing with Mother Carmel. Do I still not like it? Yeah, of course not. But it makes everything make more sense, other than she was just extremely tolerant. That's just, I don't know, boring,
it made
I guess.
More sensible in terms of like, okay, clearly you finally have a proper motivation I can understand logically. But like, so like, Bro, what? You put up with this little girl doing heinous things for a year?
Yeah.
Just to make a quick... Bro,
I
just
put up
sell
with a
more
lot of
kids.
shit to make money.
Like, surely the trouble wasn't worth it. I mean, obviously it wasn't, given the ending, but like, in general...
It wasn't worth it.
It was gonna be, but
I don't know, man.
at the end, it wasn't. She got eated.
But to answer Justin's original question, Big Mom is a victim to her own or to her environment because they allowed her. They essentially allowed her to act on impulse.
There was just no rules, no regulations whatsoever.
She was neglected. Do I see her as a victim necessarily? No, because of what she's a monster, but she's a monster by the nature and nurture that she was, developed in. She was always going to be a monster because no one who was strong enough, channeled it properly. Like, could she have been a good person? Maybe. If, like, I don't know, Gold Roger or something like that was like, hey, yo, bad. But like I don't know.
It was just something that stuck out to me. I was like, I just thought of every bad kid I ever saw when I worked in the supermarket. In particular, there was one family in particular that I dreaded every time I saw those two fucking kids. There was one mom who
that one family.
I couldn't tell if she was a single mom who just had to put up with the law and was clearly tired, or she just didn't give a shit. But every time those kids walked into the store, every single staff member was like, here we fucking go, bro. Just get your shit and get out. You don't even have to pay. Just get out. The kids would just run amok. And the mom just didn't do anything. No acknowledgement. And I'm like, bro, I know I'm not a parent. And so I have no right to think or say this. But I've never wanted to call someone a bad parent before so bad in my life.
No, I look, maybe this is controversial, but I think you absolutely can have a right to call someone a bad parent without being one yourself. I don't build bridges, but I can, if a bridge collapses, then I can point at that and go, someone fucked up
that
here.
Was built wrong.
Yeah, somebody fucked this up. I don't know who, but somebody did something wrong. It can be the same for a parent, I think. Is it more complicated than that? Yeah, but the same basic principle applies.
That kid is wielding a gun. I don't think they should be. I'm pretty sure that's wrong.
Yeah, it's a bit of an extreme example, but yeah.
What, cannibalism isn't?
Well,
that kid's eating other children. That's wrong.
You know what? Real hot take. I think a child committing cannibalism is a little less extreme than a child with a gun.
What?
That does seem like a really hot take. I don't know what's wrong with you.
That is a very hot take.
I think I prefer a kid to commit cannibalism than to have a gun.
So you're okay with the kid who has committed murder, but not one that potentially has the ability to make murder.
I'm just really against gun violence in America.
I mean, sure, but... Sure.
Justin, we have two kids in a room. One of them killed someone, is currently eating their corpse, and the other one has a gun. You don't know what they're going to do with it. You don't even know if it's theirs.
I like the idea, too. I like the idea, too, that the kid with a gun doesn't originally have the gun. It's just a kid in a room, one kid in a room, and then the other kid also in the room, but eating corpses. And then a person walks in, hands the regular kid a gun, and Justin goes, lock him up.
But the other one's just hungry. Don't mind him. Mind your business.
Yeah, that's probably ballistic Jill dummy anyway. You know what? That person getting eaten probably deserved it.
Meanwhile, the kid that's being eaten alive is screaming in pain.
Yeah.
Like, please put me out my suffering. And Justin's like, lock that kid up with a gun. It's a squirt gun.
Yeah, it's painted black.
Yeah, the orange tip was removed.
Yeah, Christ. All right. Well, is there? The only other thing I think we kind of need to talk about is the two people that saw Lil Mom commit this cannibalistic act, and
I want to know the mental status of that dude who's fucking cutting rocks and making ham, because to see that and be like, I fuck with that. He's eating people.
He
clearly.
saw a meal ticket, and I'm just here like, what?
No. Not what I meant. He witnessed a child eating people, and he probably went, hey, yo, same, because I have a devil fruit that does that.
Yeah, that guy's probably
'Cause
turned
there's
people into real
with
food
an
too.
ability to turn anything into food, you know for damn sure
Oh,
he's eating
yeah,
his,
yeah.
like enemies
This
after
reminds me.
turning him
So
to
my
like, I don't know,
reaction
ice
to
cream.
Streusen unveiling his devil fruit, one, he just starts cutting a log with his sword, and I was like, "What are you doing? That's a really sharp sword, but why are you cutting a log?" And then it turns into like ham steak. I was initially like, "What was going on?" And then I was mad to know that my devil fruit, the one that was meant for me, the cook fruit, is in the hands of this maniac.
Yeah.
Like
Of a
he's
psycho.
not even, like he's important to Big Mom, and is he kind of important to Whole Cake? Maybe he has a bigger role to fill later
Probably is
on.
the whole reason why Whole Cake exists, because we kind of see the birth of Whole Cake Island.
Yes, but like that should have been me. That should be my devil fruit. Me cook man.
I
Wait,
love
hold
it.
on. Wait. This makes a lot more sense, because there was a pirate that, the giant that saw Big Mom eating, and Justin would, to seeing a kid with a gun, would be like, arrest that man. But seeing cannibalism is okay. I'm pretty sure Justin's just Streisand.
Hello.
I think Justin's
wish I-
cannibal. Frankly, he's doing a lot. He's doing a lot of cannibalist apologizing.
Just why are you looking at me like that?
Well, you're in that sundress. You're looking scrumptious. I mean, beautiful.
Oh, God.
He's about to eat that booty like groceries.
Hell yeah. Oh man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But,
so we-
well, yeah, that dude's fucking like clearly a menace to society.
Oh, 100%.
But also, I totally see why he did it.
Yeah, he knew he had an opportunity and he seized it. And boy, was that talk about a weird twist to find out that the old baker guy from Whole Cake was there at the very beginning and also has this
Oh, wait,
devil fruit.
I thought, wait, those are the same person?
Yeah, the guy
Yes.
who summons the wedding cake. Who we speculated? Well, I speculated that maybe he had a food making devil fruit, but then we kept talking, and Brendan low key convinced me that they just made. There's no way that he just made it. That they went out of their way to make it, somewhere else, and then he has just sort of some kind of summoning devil fruit, and that he portaled the cake from wherever it was to here. Now clearly I've been vindicated in my original proposal in that he just made the cake. But yeah, that's the same guy.
I did not click those two together.
Yeah.
Because they in the backstory, because again, it's been a week since what's it called? I did the massive binge. So if they were like paired next to each other, I probably would have clicked in my head that those are the same person, because I would have recognized the name, because immediacy.
Yeah.
But yeah, like in my head, because of how they phrased it, it was like, oh, he was there at the beginning and he started it, and it was like, oh no, Linlin at some point probably ate him. So to know that he's still alive and kicking, one, disgusting. Two, oh god.
Yeah, he's still doing well for himself. That man.
Is he?
I mean, yeah, he is. He fucking lives comfortably on Whole Cake, and he makes giant fuck off cakes for her. I just want to see what else this guy can do with his devil fruit. I want to see him touch somebody and turn them into food.
I want to see him cut someone in half.
Yeah.
And them turn to food.
Yeah.
Oh god.
And then watching someone else commit cannibalism.
Devin,
What?
everything is cake.
No.
Everything is cake to this guy. It's literally
Is it cake?
the answer is yes every time.
Not like this, man. Not like this.
It makes me wonder, like, because his ability seems like almost infinitely powerful. Like, if he were to verse against, I don't know, like, what's his name, Mihawk, and their swords were to hit, could he turn Mihawk's sword into cake?
It just seems like, yeah.
Unless the power hockey says I reject.
Yeah, but like
Could be
the
the
innate,
case.
like if he's not holding the sword and he goes up to Mihawk's sword, because we know the swords are powerful, right? But they're not really exemplified upon.
Yeah.
Could he just like dice up his sword and eat it, and then Mihawk's shit?
The
out of luck
only
without
I would
big cross
I would say
sword.
yes. The only counter to this is in case hockey does play a factor here. We have speculated in the past that black blades have hockey imbued into them already. like when they were forged. So in the specific case of Mihawk's blade and other black blades, it might not be the case, but
okay, yeah, because there's like hockey that can like counteract.
yeah, like if
abilities.
armament hockey potentially maybe counteracts the ability of his devil fruit, then yeah, we have no knowledge of this other than armament hockey has done wild stuff in the past. So it's pure speculation, but I could see it happening. I could see it being the case. Now,
because like my mind immediately goes to like what if someone used a lightsaber versus a regular sword and just cuts the sword in half and kills the person, like
yeah,
like for him, but instead of burn wounds and everything, it's just cake.
Yeah. Well,
I'm intrigued.
I too am intrigued, and I hope we get to see. I low-key hope we get to see Struyson fight some people. I want to see him use it in combat.
I can't believe my
Sanji's
favorite devil
brothers
fruit
and kill
finally
them.
exists, and it's the hand of this asshole.
It's the hand of a psychopath who's probably also a cannibal.
You know what I really want to see? I want to see Big Mom return to Elbaph and just see the giants just absolutely appalled.
Which makes me wonder why Loki wanted to marry her.
He didn't.
No, he didn't want to marry her. He wanted to marry Lola?
Yeah.
Which is weird and seems out of character for the giants.
Well, maybe Loki. Well, actually, hold on.
Loki's the prince. He can do whatever he wants.
That too, but did
Loki's
Loki...
also a trickster god, and if we're basing him off of purely the mythos of Loki, it would make sense that he's trying to pull a one over on Big Mom, but at the same time,
is it possible that like this is like a tiny little detail that no one needed to pay attention to, but Big Mom was present the day Loki was born, because the day of the like when they all ate semla for the first time, it was like some big festival, or rather big festival.
It was the
Loki
solstice.
wasn't born that day; he was recently born. And they were like, thanking the giants worship the sun. I think if I understood that correctly,
Yeah,
they
they
were
all
like,
play
thank the
Dark
sun
Souls.
for our food and for the future healthy growth of Loki and these two other people he mentioned. So is it possible that like maybe Loki just doesn't know about Big Mom?
I'm gonna go out on a limb and say he probably knows about Big Mom, but it sounded like that
Christian.
other. Yeah.
Side note,
Uh-huh.
you said Dark Souls a second
I
ago.
did. Yeah.
Big Mom is Dark Souls because she has the soul fruit.
Yeah. She's
She
literally
is
Dark
She
Souls.
is big Dark Souls.
She-
She is Mr. Dark or Mrs. Dark Souls.
Yep.
She's Big Soul.
She's
Where are the sights of grace?
Mrs.
We
Soul.
need to take her down. I need to touch grass.
foul tarnished.
Hashtag no maidens.
I offer you an accord. Yes, get in the Civic. Let's go.
Yeah, no, I think Loki has to absolutely know about it. I would be surprised if he didn't, because the country as a whole always hates her. We already know she had bad relations beforehand, and then the Loki thing only made it worse. And the giant who witnessed Big Mom, Low Mom, eat all of her friends, they specifically say that he goes back
Why
and
do I keep
spreads the
picture-
stories.
When you call her Lil Mom, I just picture like a SoundCloud rap.
Yeah.
Me too.
I know. I also do, but when she's Whittle, I don't want to call her Big Mom. I don't even want to call her Mom at all in the first place, really. But it's the name I've known her by this whole time. So I'm not convinced that Loki has no idea. I think he just genuinely fell in love with Lola and wanted to marry her and didn't care, like a low-key Romeo and Juliet
I
thing.
hope there's an ulterior motive. Gotta keep in with the Loki
Yeah, it would
brand.
definitely make sense with Loki.
But wouldn't it be Oda's
He's trying to fuck that horse so he can
I
trick the
need to
giants.
stop talking about
Christ.
fucking horses now. I know we introduced it earlier, but I'm past it now. Please, let's not.
I feel like, isn't it Oda's like tendency to like subvertive expectations? So what if he just like flipped the script on Loki?
Well, sure, yeah, it's definitely possible.
What if Loki is like a sweet little guy? Maybe not so little exactly, but he's a sweet little guy. And then what
He's
if
little
like
compared to the giants?
what if Thor exists, his brother Loki, and he He's a massive wanker.
Well, that also would fall in line with Nordic mythology, but
Shit.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah, they were
Who's a
all
good
wanker.
guy who's like a good person in Nordic mythology? Who's like someone who's
none
just
of
like
them.
squeaky clean?
Let me get back to you on that one.
Got it. Fuck. All right.
Maybe Tyr.
Maybe
Justice.
maybe
He did
Tyr.
keep his promise.
That's true. It could be Tyr. Justice.
They're kind of all assholes.
Yeah,
God damn it.
I mean it's a
All right.
theme of a lot of mythology, to be fair, but
That's fair.
yeah,
When you're a god, who's gonna stop you? Am I right, kids?
that's right. So with that being said, I think it's about time we moved on, right? I think we covered everything.
Yeah.
Excellent. Next,
Notes to
I
self,
mean,
Justin may be a
quick
cannibal.
touching the present day. Everything went to shit. Big Mom blew up the grenades
All
with her
right.
voice. Mochi Man made earplugs for his family, and now they're all rounding up the straw hats and everything else.
That's fucking
Also,
dumb. Again, reiterating my point with the headphones. Some people already had headphones built in their character. Adding Mochi into it, that's dumb. Continuing on.
anyway, I think I long blinked for this, but I assume Big Mom's screams broke Caesar's escape mirror.
That's correct.
Yes.
Cool. So I
That
think
was
we're all
funny.
caught up. We don't know what happens next week. I don't know how anyone survives. Bada bing, bada boom. Moving on.
we find our way out.
Well, I know how they survive.
What'd you say?
I know how they're going to
Oh,
survive.
please do tell.
It's real easy. Luffy's going to punch Big Mom
Oh, okay.
in the mouth
Right.
really hard.
Yeah, but in like 20 episodes.
yeah,
After
it's
he
gonna be a
somehow
really
takes care of
long
Katakuri, who
punch.
can see into the future and will clearly stop him every time.
Well, yeah, and then like someone else is going to fight him for like 12 episodes.
No one else is fighting Katakuri. Respectfully, that feels like Luffy's prey. Or rather,
No
vice
shot.
versa.
Somebody's gonna fight
Nah.
Katakuri.
No
Yeah,
shot,
so
bro.
Brooke. It's going to be Brooke.
If Zoro were here, I'd be like, yeah, Katakuri and Zoro. But like, I guess
But he
Sanji's
doesn't have a
here.
blade.
Katakuri and Sanji.
Ah,
This is
Normally,
already
I
this,
would
I can see
agree.
that.
this is already low-key been set up with what happens on top of the wedding cake, and he just dodges out of the way.
I feel like normally I would agree, but I feel like Sanji's
then
gonna be
Brooke fights the
preoccupied with something
genie.
else.
Because souls versus genies.
No.
Yeah, I
Brooks-
feel like
no, no,
Sanji
no,
would
no.
fight the other brothers.
Brooke's already fighting Oven because they're opposites, and Brooke has to win that
Alright.
1v1.
I feel like Sanji's gonna go fight. Go run back Daifuku with the genie or whatever, and then Sparrow is literally right there. So I don't know. I feel like normally I would agree like, oh yeah, Sanji
Well,
and Katakuri, but
okay.
I feel like Sanji's got to fight through too many other people to get there.
Here's the other thing: the Vinsmokes now have their weapons and stuff too. So that's like five more combatants. Five more combatants.
That is fair.
It's not a lot more
That's fair.
combatants, but it is still 5 more.
It's +5 armor.
Yeah, it's plus 5 to AC.
Yeah, it's +5 plot armor.
That's
So
fair.
I don't know what matchups they're gonna take, but that's 5 more of Big Mom's kids taken care of.
They're about to get smoked.
Yeah, I miss
I hate you.
Smoker.
All right.
Offer you
Anyway,
an
next
accord.
week's
Here's the
episodes.
smoke.
Next week's episodes are 839 to 841. We got any quotes?
Nom.
Wow.
The crunch of bone.
Sniping Devin. That's crazy.
I feel sniped.
I knew I had to get to it before he did because I figured it was going to be in his Rolodex of sounds.
I just have sound effects.
Yeah.
I don't actually have lines.
Yeah.
You know, I as like awful as it was, because it did make me kind of like viscerally wince. It was also a little funny. The dialogue that occurs between Mother Carmel and Big Mom when she runs into the long arm tribe kid. And she was like, his arms are funny. He's got 2 extra elbows, so I'm going to rip them off. And Mother Carmel's like, no, he was born that way. That's how he's supposed to be. Put him down. It's like so, not hysterical. That's the wrong word. It's just like so wild and to the extreme that it's kind of funny by how outrageous
It's
it is.
outlandish. Yeah.
Are you done? Was that everything?
Yeah, I think that's it. Unless I think something else.
I got to be honest. I didn't really feel compelled this week to write down quotes.
Agreed.
That's fair. I feel like there's a lot of shock value going around for these episodes. Just like
I was too enamored
Really?
by the body horror and the cannibalism.
I feel like we're really locked into the moment, like the scene to scene scenarios we're watching. Like lots of visual stimulus, lots of digesting what the fuck we're watching this week. Not so much time spent on that was a banger line or whatever.
Yeah.
Again, Why would I pay attention to the words that are coming out of their mouth when they're shoving people in their mouths?
Yeah. There's nothing in these episodes that compels me in a way to write something down. There's nothing extremely sad. There's nothing extremely uplifting. There's nothing super cool. There's really only we are given backstory, and it's tragic in some ways and definitely interesting, but at no point was I thinking to myself, oh, the line that character just said was crazy, I gotta write that shit down. You know, so I have no quotes this week.
Same.
Never before seen. Christian left quoteless.
Yeah, I think it's happened once or twice, but the fact that nobody is here with quotes, I'd be interested to see if Brendan had pulled quotes for this one, like in any capacity.
Would this be a sign of some really good episodes this week or really bad episodes?
I think it's good. I think it's good because we are so shook by what partook in these episodes versus searching for something to be like, that got
I
my
think
attention.
in this particular case it's good. It could easily have been the other direction where I was just so bored or angry that I didn't find anything, but in this case I'd say it was good. I was interested in what was happening.
All right, those are quotes. Moving on to Golden Ham. What the fuck do we do for this?
Oh fuck.
Wait, okay.
Dark
horse, because no one was thinking about anyone this week for Golden Ham nominees. Baby Hyruden.
I'm down.
I
fuck with Baby Hyruden.
Not the worst thing ever. What?
Also, I need to see Baby Hyruden run it back, or not run it back, just run it period with Big Mom.
Oh, that'd be great.
I love the Giants. They seem like a really cool race. Largely because they have like almost Shanks level mythos to them. Like they're talked about a lot. We encounter them more often than we encounter Shanks. But I think as we progress through the series, there's constant talk about Elbaph and how great it is and how great the Giants are and this, that, and the other. And now we got a small glimpse of Elbaph and Giant culture and things like that. So I think I'm just like really excited.
So on that note, I was kind of, I forgot to, not to delude away from, the conversation, but this did bring up, a thought in my head, which is Elbaph is kind of meh compared to how much it was hyped.
Well, that was just like one village.
Okay, so because I was expecting like a kingdom.
Yeah.
And like here we are, it's just like, here's a village.
I'm pretty sure that was just one village on the island of Elbaph.
Yeah.
The whole of Elbaph.
I don't think Oda would disappoint us that badly.
Although
no,
go on.
I think there has to be more to Elbaph than those 6 huts. That's all I'm saying.
That's what I mean. Like if there's not more, I'm mad.
I will say though, the only counter to this potentially is the fact that the future prince of Elbaph is born in this tiny little village. So maybe it is all there is to Elbaph.
A crown.
Huh?
Wasn't Loki wearing a crown
in the future? Yeah, when we see that outline of him, was baby Loki wearing? Well, no, we don't even see baby Loki, right?
I don't think so.
They didn't make a kingdom at that time, probably.
So I don't know. This is 67 years in the past, so there's plenty of time, I guess, for Elbaph to grow into a much larger kingdom. So maybe this is just where it starts, and they've rebuilt it from the ashes of Lil Mom's rampage or something. I don't know, but they're in some kind of transitionary period between the giant pirates
to play with.
Well, there's the giant pirates were started 100 years ago, and then Dory and Bragi got caught up on their island duel adventure, and now we've progressed 30 some odd years from that, and then the rest we already know. So somewhere in between, maybe we get Kingdom Elbaph and Prince Loki and so on, but either way.
Also, side note, I hate the fact that their beards are their personality.
No, they just have some really kick-ass beards, and
their names beards are literally long beard.
One is like waterfall beard, and the other one's like mountain beard.
Yeah, beard.
But they have like actual names.
Beard. Their whole personality is beard.
I'm not gonna lie to you, Justin. Jorel and Jarl, whatever those other names were, are probably just the Japanese names for beard Waterbeard and whatever the other one was.
Hold on, I need to confirm this now. Hold on. Please hold.
This ain't
Beardy McBeardstein.
Yeah. The same way we have like the different names for Kizaru and all of them, and Aokiji and Akainu, but they have real names. Those are just nicknames.
All right. According to the trivia section of the wiki page for Jarl, Jarl's name may be based off Jarul's. God damn it.
The rapper?
Anyway, Jarl may be based off of the name Jarl, which is the name for Earl in Scandinavian languages.
Jarls.
So I'm thinking, I don't know what I'm thinking.
Well,
I try to disagree with you, but I feel like I've done nothing here.
Either way, they got beard in their name, whether it's a nickname or not. So
Beard McBeard face.
yeah. Anyway, I'm fine with
of them all.
I'm fine with Hyrudin, baby Hyrudin as the Golden Ham. Let's do it. I got nothing better.
Do it, click it, ship it.
Yeah, because I definitely don't want to give it to a cannibal.
Well, Lil Mom was definitely not on the table here. I'd sooner give it to the table she ate before Big Mom.
Imagine if that table survived. It would definitely be in the One Piece pile.
I mean, yeah, it's in pieces, but we should give it to me.
Eating. Don't eat everyone, Luffy.
We should give it to Streusen just to piss Justin off.
No.
Coolest devil fruit around, baby.
I mean, it is. I definitely agree with that.
Only he could ever have it.
All right, fuck off.
It wouldn't make sense for anyone else, and if you want it, it's too much hype.
All right.
How dare you?
Moving us on to the next thing. Fan mail. Justin, is there any fan mail this week?
Indeed, there is. Thank you for people sending us emails. We got a healthy flow coming in. This one comes from. Hold on. All right, cool. We're gonna call this person, as they wrote off, a fearless monk. A fearless monk writes, "Yark," or just hello. This might be kind of long, so no pressure to read it all or any of it. Longtime listener of both One Piece of Lime and Panaview. I've been fully caught up with One Piece for about 5 years now, which is painful. Only because I got into One Piece as a show because I wanted something I could never finish and binge on my days off since it was too long. Then boom, pandemic hits and I had way more extra time to fully catch up. I went from Romance Dawn to Whole Cake in about 5 months. Definitely fell in love with the series. With the podcast, I definitely enjoy it much more when you get the full 4 or 5 people, and I understand when it's 3 or even 2 of you, but it's not a race to get to the end of One Piece. When it's only 2 for long stretches, maybe throw in a random tier list ranking or something that allows the others to not need to be gone for a month worth of episodes. He's just asking us to mix it up. Something like that.
I feel called out.
You should feel left out because you're not here. Hello?
No, not left out. Called out. Oh. There's a difference.
Oh. Same.
Mr. Fearless Monk here writes a litany of questions. I'm going to answer one of these or introduce one of these and then save the rest for like a rain check questions.
Or some other fan
Which
mail.
one did I pick out earlier? I feel like I picked one earlier. Let's go with this one. What island would you rather be stranded out? Excuse me, which island would you rather be stranded on out of the Boeing Archipelago, which is where Usopp was, Little Garden, Punk Hazard, or Karai Ghana? And I need to look up what that is because I don't remember what that is.
Okay, so far 2 out of these 3 are 4 terrible choices.
Right,
yeah. Clinically insane to go to them.
Karai Ghana is the island where Mihawk is.
There's like only one right answer here.
Which is?
The answer...
I guess I'm hanging out with Usopp.
Yeah, I guess I'm hanging out with Dinosaur.
Okay, I hear you. I too would probably pick the Boeing Archipelago because food island, but also the island was designed to get me fat and then kill me.
Look, they all suck, but the one that's probably gonna kill me or that I'm gonna have them. Well, is that entirely true? Really, the only thing everything is trying to kill you on basically all of these islands, except for the island that Mihawk's on. Really, just have these rampaging primates here,
which will try to kill you.
I mean, yeah, but like the plant life and the other animals that I hunt aren't gonna try and kill me. At least everything else is very much on its way to murder me. I don't know. I'm thinking I'm thinking my answer in terms of best chance of survival is probably Mihawk's Island.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
I don't remember Little Garden that well. Are there things trying to kill me besides
Dinosaurs.
the Impactor Dory and Broggy? Okay.
Dinosaurs. Literal
Got it.
fucking dinosaurs.
Malaria.
And poison. And a terrible disease.
Got it. I'm going Bowen Archipelago. I'm trying to have my last supper before I go out.
Hey, if you meet up with Heracles in first, then maybe you'll survive.
You have a chance.
Bro, you know what? Maybe I do have a
They'll
chance.
put you through the ringer.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Devin, what was your final answer? Are you hanging out with Usopp still?
I think I'm hanging out with Usopp.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
Fair enough.
Because, everything else is like, do I want to shoot myself or do I want to give someone else the gun?
Yeah. Sometimes you just want to do something yourself.
So thank you for this question and many others, Mr. Fearless Monk. We will add this to our grab bag segment.
Thank you.
They send off with P.S. I love the podcast. I listen every week. Please keep it up. P.S.S. The One Piece is real. Buggy will be king of the pirates. All hail God
All right,
Usopp and his crew of over 800
doing
million. Appreciate
us
you,
in the
bud.
first half.
Yeah, you were doing good, Fearless Monk, but then you spoiled it. So that being said, we've got producer shout outs to get to. We've got Taco and King Solomander, the homies of the month. We love you. We love you.
That was a kiss on the forehead for both of you.
Yes. And thank you to anybody else that has supported us, that supports us now and has supported us in the past. We greatly appreciate it. You help make this little Devin's dream come true.
Yeah.
With that being said, we're moving on to the Garb Gab,
Wait, what?
where this time I have cleaned out the Garb Gab of all of the pickles from last week. And
Oh, that's fun.
I decided to get into pickling, and so I had the Garb Gab full of pickles, but don't worry, it's clean. I've used the brine that was in there, and I'm currently making some pickle juice moonshine. It's gonna be great. And but that being said, Devin, since you're back, I'm gonna kindly ask you to stick your hands in this
All
here
right.
gab.
I'm sticking my hand in the gab, and I can already tell what these are because I had them earlier. There's the little cookies, and on this cookie, the semla, it says lemon. I guess they're lemon flavored. What weapon would you main in Monster Hunter? No, let me just.
It's a
eat this
rain
real
check.
quick.
I see.
Mm-hmm.
Then you ate
Yep.
the question. Okay, well, all right. I mean, is it good? There's a new recipe I tried.
I'm not normally a big fan of lemon flavored, but it's just right.
All right, good. It's tricky. Getting the right amount of zest in there it's tricky sometimes. So
because sometimes it's overpowering.
it is. It's true. But when it hits just right, it's a little refreshing, even though you're eating a sweet treat. Well, so I feel like this requires a little bit of a prerequisite. Monster Hunter is a very well-known video game in the.
I'm not addicted. Yeah, I don't have a problem. You have a problem.
Didn't ask, but thank you for offering the information. And in Monster Hunter, if you imagine it's funny we mentioned Little Garden. If you imagine the dinosaurs from Little Garden, you're hunting those basically. It's hunting weird dinosaur / animals we have in the current day hybrids, and you just
Like, what if a monkey and a hippo were pushed together?
yeah, stuff like that. And so, or what if you had a spear that utilized bugs to make you do cool moves?
Love that
Or
one.
what if you took a pickle and you pissed it off?
Yeah, I don't know this one.
When you take a
Double Joe.
pickle and you mash it up with a T-Rex.
Oh, okay.
And
Sounds delicious.
And you sprinkle in a lot of hatred.
Oh, of course. T-Rexes are built on hatred.
And what if you took Goku, but reverted him to his giant ape form and then made
then
that
that
giant ape
pickle
go
ate
Super
it.
Saiyan?
And then the pickle kept eating it and it wouldn't stop.
Anyway, Monster Hunter is great.
Yeah.
Why are we talking about Monster Hunter again?
The rain check question is, what weapon would you main? So in the game, the last thing I'll mention about is that there is a litany of weapons to choose from in many styles, and you craft them based off of the different monsters that you hunt. And there are a lot of them. I'm going to list them for the audience because there are a lot, even though I know that we know a lot of the weapons offhand, but for those uninitiated, and I'm not going to necessarily go into the details of all of them. You get kind of the gist just based off the name, but
It's
either
in the
way.
name.
We got bows, we got a charge blade, we got a gun lance, we got a regular lance, we got a hammer, we got a switch axe, we got dual blades, we got a heavy and a light bow gun, we have an insect glaive, we have the good old sword and shield, we have the also good old great sword, we have the hunting horn for all you bards out there, and we have the long sword. Not to be confused with the great sword. They're different, trust me.
They are very different.
Vastly different.
Now, with that being said, with those 13, 14 weapons in mind, what, Devin, have you been playing with since you, I think, have the most experience right now with the new game that just came out, at least?
So I started off with the hammer, and then I just want to turn my brain off. So then I started playing dual blades, and now that, I've been playing with some other people, I've been dabbling in hunting horn.
Ooh, what's that
Otherwise
like?
known
Support
as,
character.
I'm going to sharpen I'm going to sharpen my piano and then hit you with it.
Yeah.
Doot motherfucker. But yeah, so that's what I've been playing. And recently the hunting horn has been the main squeeze, just for fucking around and being like, haha, I'm a goblin in the corner eating nothing.
I have
but
many
mushrooms,
questions
and
to
everyone's
ask you about
getting
hunting horn later. But to explain hunting horn to the audience at home who's not initiated, I guess there are many different forms depending on what you hunt. But basically, imagine a bagpipe on a stick, but the bagpipe is made of iron, and you can
or bones.
and you can play a little song on the bagpipes that offer a buff to you, your allies, and whatever. Also, maybe do damage. I don't actually know that. And then you could also just take your bagpipe and just beat anything over the head with it.
So essentially what it is, hunting horn, is you take a bagpipe, and every single time you smack someone with it, you get a note. And you collect enough notes to make songs, you play the songs, buffs away. And so you're just beating imagine you're at a farm, right? And there's a chicken who you've been really pissed off at. He's like the asshole rooster that keeps waking up everyone, but you really don't need two roosters. So you take your bagpipe, you beat the shit out of it with the bagpipe. You then go a toot because you have enough notes. And then your friend comes over like a fucking coke fiend and starts hitting the shit out of the chicken as well, while you are also beating up a giant chicken with a bagpipe. That's hunting horn. And then occasionally you have to, take your saxophone, sharpen it just to make sure it hits gooder. Got to get those sharp notes. So that's how,
of course,
what they say,
yeah.
You got your altos, you got your sharps.
All right.
And yeah, you just keep beating the brakes off of wildlife.
Very nice, very nice. Justin, what's in store for you with your Monster Hunter journey?
My primary weapon of choice, and also fun fact, if you play Monster Hunter Wilds, there's a new mechanic added where you could basically have two weapons now. You just like hop on your chocobo and you like swap it out via your inventory. Anyway, the weapon I mained when I first started playing Monster Hunter was insect glaive. The main appeal of insect glaive is just you have a staff with a blade. It's a glaive, whatever, and you get like a little companion that's a bug. The bug via game mechanics gives you buffs, and then if you have certain buffs, you get stronger attacks and you also get new combos. Blah blah blah. What I loved about insect glaive is that one of the main main mechanics of it is that you do a pole vault with your glaive, and you essentially just like spin dash in the air, and you can you have a lot of mobility, you can dodge things. I just really liked it. It was like just really flashy, and being able to also makes hitting flying monsters a lot easier personally, and I always had trouble with that. Devin, what were you gonna say?
Oh, they've still emulate that. But now they've added a new element to Insect Glaive. When you attack a wound,
yes, that's my favorite part now.
You just start becoming a pole dancer.
Exactly.
Great.
Drill that's
this new mechanic / move is you hit a weak point, you take your glaive, you stick it into the weak point, and then you just become you basically just grab your pole, go full flag, and just you just spin. You become the world's greatest stripper, and I love it. That's my goal.
Excellent. you have any
What
backup
about you? I think
weapons?
you played
me with the dual blades hits that, and I just become fucking Levi Ackerman.
I love that meme.
I sing that every time I go up and down Jin Dahad.
Well, I haven't played Wilds yet, but when it came to Monster
a lot of
Hunter
fun.
World and then Iceborne that came after it, I was definitely a bow main. I played the shit out of some bow. That was my main squeeze. I am in any of these sorts of games generally I harbor a preference for mobility over over big damage number. I prefer lots of little damage numbers that I do really quickly, and then I GTFO. So the bow works for that. It's already long range, but it also had one of the originally best abilities in the game, which was just a piercing shot that if you angled it right through an entire monster would do big boy damage. And as far as I understand, that still kind of holds true in this game too. My backup to that, actually, the weapon that I used initially before I picked up the bow was also the dual blades, because again, lots of damage numbers, and you can go demon mode and swing even faster, do more damage numbers. This game throws in the Levi Ackerman move, and now I really want to play it. I really want to play dual blades.
Watching those numbers go brap.
Oh god, so cool. I thought about in Worlds and Iceborne maybe picking up one of the bow guns, because I remember the bow guns being pretty good, or at least Simi made them, used to make them look really fucking good. Which, fun fact, Simi, huge Monster Hunter guy. For the audience
That
out
man
there,
carried me through almost every hunt, really. My favorite part, and it shouldn't be, was I think I took a break between playing Monster Hunter World, which was my first Monster Hunter game ever, and I think I just forgot basic game mechanics like upgrading your weapons and armor. So I was just playing the story mode, and it was really hard at some point because, I have Weenie Hut Junior weapon and I have a paper for armor. And Simi was, I constantly complaining. I was like, man, I'm getting my ass beat by this monster. I don't do any damage. I'm constantly like using the time limit on these hunts or whatever. And he's like, what are you doing wrong? Because you can't possibly suck this bad. And I'm like, Simi, I think I suck this bad. So eventually he starts carrying me a couple times. And we're doing like one or two hunts where I legit get one shot by literally everything. And he's like, well, listen, hold on. We're hunting like, a glorified squirrel. You shouldn't be getting one shot by this thing. What are you wearing? What are you running? And I was like, oh, I'm using this. I'm using that. And he was like, okay, that's weird. Why are you using like the first monster you've ever hunted thing kind of thing? Like super low level equipment. And then he's like, Justin, did you upgrade your armor? And I was like I buy new stuff whenever it comes up. He's like, no. Do you upgrade it? And I'm like, what do you mean? Do I upgrade it? And he's like, oh my God, Justin. Justin, all those armor spheres you've been farming for 30 days. What do you think you do with those? I was like, I buy new armor with it. He's like, okay, yes. And you also use it to upgrade your armor and your weapons. I was like, oh, bro, I upgraded like 30 plus levels on armor. And then eventually I was like, oh, wow, I'm a real character now. Nice.
I do things.
I don't die in one shot.
Honestly, 100%. Simi's the reason why I'm picking up Hunting Horn, because I was like, someone got to rep the saxophone. Like, I got to do it.
Hunting Horn was always the weapon that you thought was cool when other people used it, but you never wanted to touch it yourself.
Exactly. You never want to touch it because it looks too complicated. Now that I'm using it, I'm like, this shit's easy. Make the doot boop boop. But no, yeah, I got through all the way to high rank right now, and it's bliss. And watching my cousin, he's playing it with me as well, and just bringing in hey, I'm gonna stand in the corner and gobble a billion mushrooms, and you're gonna get buffed for no goddamn reason. And he's gonna be like, what? And I'm like, gobble gobble.
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it. It just works.
Eating shrooms is good, kids, but only in game.
Eating shrooms and playing a piano.
All right, that's enough Monster Hunter talk. We are...
Hashtag not sponsored.
I fucking wish.
Me too.
That being said, we are out of here once Devin finishes doing the thing.
I'm not doing the thing because here's my logic.
What?
I don't know what the thing is anymore.
The thing is the
because we have
same,
changed.
except we
No,
don't
it's
have
not.
Patreon anymore.
Exactly. It's not the same.
That's it. That's the only change.
I don't know.
There have been plenty of changes over the years. Okay, you know what? Listen to this, and after this, you'll know exactly what to do.
I'm gonna forget this in 5 minutes.
You've already forgotten, as far as I'm concerned. Thank you for listening to another episode. If you would like to follow us on social media, you can do so at Panda Sightings on Twitter and Instagram. If you would like to send us an email like our friend Fearless Monk did, you can do so at pandasightings@gmail.com. If you would like to support us monetarily like Taco and Solomander did, you can join our Discord and join our producer tier, one of our producer tiers there. We have gotten rid of the Patreon officially, and we are trying to consolidate everything to the Discord. So if you would like to do that, you can find the Discord link in the link tree of our bios on social media or in the description of this podcast. If you'd like to get something for your money and not just throw it at us, you can go to our Redbubble shop where you can pick up a whole bunch of different stuff based on designs that we have in that shop. Soon, we should be adding a actual merch shop that isn't just the Redbubble, where we're going to have a couple of different items for sale. And so look out for that potentially sometime within the next month, more or less. And if you would like to, you could rate us 5 stars or wherever it is that you listen to this podcast.
Also, just one quick note. For anyone who is now formally a Patreon subscriber, and if you're worried about, I won't have access to that one particular piece of content I really like, Discord's really cool. We were able to port over basically all the content we had on Patreon. If there's something missing, it was probably because we didn't think it was worth porting over. It's probably bad and we wanted to forget it. But we have everything from whatever blog posts we wrote, any audio readings we did, including our paid member tier thing exclusive episode 0. That is on our Discord now. So don't worry about missing out on anything. It's there.
That being said, I think I'm going to call Brendan and see where he's at and make sure he's gonna show up. I mean, I know he's got things going on, but I just want to make sure he's doing okay.
Yeah, just give him a call right now.
And I'm going to watch Devin eat up that sundress.
What?
You're gonna eat him with your eyes.
Yeah.
Why is my stomach ringing?
Wait.
Huh?
I was gonna say I feel like I hear Devin. What's going on?
I don't know.
Devin, why are you looking at me with cannibal eyes? I know what that looks like for no reason at all.
You gave me a thought. You said you're looking like a snack.
I'm a
little peckish.
This is your problem now, Justin.
So don't you eat me, because I'll eat you. All right, I'll do it.
My mouth's bigger.
I may have a small mouth, but I got a big belly. All right,
I'm still bigger.
that's more meat to eat.
Oh, yeah.
Oh no, he's brought out the stripper pole. My weak spot.
All right, that's it.
Fuck is this ending?
Hit the stop button. I'm done.